casing today. We have about 400 feet of baseboard, 280 feet of casing. What I like to do is get the primed, this stuff's finger jointed pine or MDF trim. We'll just use 2 light coats, maybe even just one of the semigloss trim and door paint. I like to go semigloss so if you have to clean the product after, whether it be a door or the trim, it doesn't leave any marks on it. It doesn't have a fade effect to it. So you can get there's tons of different types of semigloss paints, or you can choose a different finish. It's like a scrubbable paint. Anyways, the semigloss is what I like to use. So what we're going to use to paint it is this battery operated sprayer. Just with a fine tip. It's a 313. And then always make sure you have a rag on hand with you and wear your mask, respirator. So when prepping it, I just kind of wipe it down, wipe off the dust. If there's any imperfections, you give it a light sand so it won't pop through the paint. Whenever you paint something, all the imperfections pop through. The higher the gloss, the more imperfections pop through. So don't fix any of those before you do any coats of paint. It's easier to sand now than it is after. And then give you some tips on painting. What I like to do, you'll see in the next clip, is I paint the top edge first, because you'll always see this top edge on a baseboard, and you won't see the bottom edge on a baseboard, so you don't have to worry about that. So painting base, you do the top edge, and then do a final coat. And when you're doing the top edge, you'll get overspray on this bottom heel. So once you're doing it finished, you just do the whole face of it last. When you're doing casing, you're going to want to do both sides, because the back side is exposed, goes against the wall, and the inside goes against the door jamb. So you probably want to do both edges and then finish off on the top. If you get any drops, I like to use a microfiber cloth or like a piece of a sponge, and you just dab it after the paint, after you're done your final coat. While the paint's wet, you can kind of dab it in and it flows into the rest of the product. That's about it, and we'll see the final product soon. Drops. Baseboard turned out pretty good. Pretty smooth feeling. Sometimes if you get overspray on product, you're going to want to sand it and then put another top coat on, because you'll see that grit like within certain lights and you'll feel it, so it's kind of just a crappy finish. So I like to just start from front to back with if I have like 4 pieces of trim on the sawhorse, so that I can catch the overspray on the non-painted baseboard. So yeah, happy with how this turned out, and can't wait to get it installed.